Nakabenta ki khobor ke baman kasngi subscribe yo Antor News.
Kublai pi baro kini kilong ki khobor bamta kasngi. Shimbenta ban rakhi kasngi kyrpang jungkavi India kum ka Election Commission of India kalabo ya ka arpsantari kum kasngi ne ka hok jong kinong thep von. Ya kasngi kyrpang ka hok kinong thep von ne ka National Voters Day lapalong ya ka te kasngi jingkmenda ka matphang vote for sure nothing like voting. Ya ka te ka program lapalong bat penyada ka office u Chief Electoral Officer Meghalaya ya ka balabu ha Meghalaya Legislative Assembly Kandailan. U Chief Secretary Shri DP Walang ulalong ukongson ya ka baladon lang u Chief Electoral Rule Officer uba Frederick Harkongor. Hagate ka sneaker pang jong kinong tap vote ka Election Commission kala budur epic ningkong ye ki samla ki ba kenno khat prasnem banyo tap vote. Shushu kate ka program kala ai khusnam ye ki samla ki timmen ki ba shimbenta ha ki jingya kop ba pher ba pher. Ki jingya kop tho ese ka jingmare thong haringkat ki song pisa.
In the third place, we have chess number 030.
Zoom.
Fourth position, Banshan Langkurba, chess numbers 063 and a prize money of rupees 2,000. In the fifth position, we have Bansharais Cambrinja, chess number 035.
15th anniversary. It all started in 2011, and this is basically an annual event to celebrate the power of the citizen for a free and fair right to vote. We have been sitting for the last 2 hours, so I'll make it brief for the benefit of all those who are present here this afternoon. An event being celebrated by 95 million voters across 10 lakh polling stations across the country. It all started about 12 years back in 2011. In Meghalaya, today, it is more important because the elections is just a month away on the 27th of February 2023. As mentioned by the previous speakers, the total number of voters in the state is 21.65 lakhs, in which the male voters are 10.68 lakhs and female 10.92. One of the few states where the female voters are more than male voters. But more interesting than that, we have 290 voters who are above 100 years. 290 voters who are above 100 years in the state who are registered, and 22,658 voters who are above 80 years. So all these veterans will be voting maybe for the 15th, 16th time. I don't know how many, but quite a number. And it is a huge number in which they've all been included and they are part of the electoral list. For the first time, we have captured the third gender. And there are 2 numbers, one from Garo Hills and one from Khasi Hills, third gender. And first-time voters, 81,443, which is about 4% of the total number of voters. So for the first time, they'll all be voting this year on the 27th of February. The net increase of number of voters because of the last summary revision is about 2.36%, and the number of voters this year is 17% more than what we had in 2018. Now, the whole purpose of having this National Voters Day is basically to sensitize, to disseminate information, create awareness, especially for the young voters. What they have noticed about 10 years back is that young voters may not be too interested to go to the polling station to exercise their franchise. So that is the reason why we are having such a grand event today. Must congratulate the Chief Electoral Officer for organizing and mobilizing all the resources, different events being organized, and I'm sure this will create some awareness and some top of the mind awareness among all the voters when it comes to voting day. Just to go a little bit out of context, I remember I was in Sadhu's place about 20 years back. That is, in 2003 elections, I was the DC of East Khasi Hills and also the district election officer. And then it was totally a different ball game. Just about 2 weeks back, to ensure free and fair election, not only to ensure, but to be seen to ensure free and fair elections, all the officers were transferred. Sadhu is a new deputy commissioner. All the additional deputy commissioners, the AACs were transferred from different districts. No one is to be posted in the home district. No one is to stay in a district where you have served for more than 3 years. Compare that to 20 years back, when I was there, as I mentioned, I was not only home district, I was also returning officer of the constituency where I went and voted. So in 20 years, a lot of things have changed, and change is for the better. The Election Commission has exercised its mind properly to ensure that as we move forward, more and more neutrality is embedded in the system. Not only that, the amount of facilities, the amount of efforts being put by the election machinery to ensure that the voters come to vote has been tremendous. We have a system now of the assured minimum facility. 20 years back, we didn't have all that. In fact, 20 years back, our only duty was to conduct the election and say that so and so is the date of voting, please go and vote. You have to just exercise what you're entitled and what you're right. Now, it's a combination of entitlement, combination of your right, and also your duty. That is the reason why we had that pledge that everybody should go and vote on the 27th of February.